वेलकम टू विज्ञान एकेडमी। आज हम लोग एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक पे डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं, दैट इज योर प्री हिस्टोरिक पार्ट। ओके, सो प्री हिस्ट्री or the prehistoric part of India, where we will understand how the civilization have started in India. Okay, so prehistoric age in India mainly deals with the old stone age in India. Okay, the old stone age. Okay, here it means the primary material will be the stone that they will be using in their day-to-day life activities, like they will be living in the caves, okay, in the rocks. Then they will be using the stone tools, they will be using the stone weapons. So everything, the primary material will be the stone. Okay, that is why we call it as the old stone age. Now, before starting this part, I would like to clear some of the points about the historic divisions. Okay, like in case of history, we divide history into three parts. Like we have prehistory, we have proto-history, and we have history. Now, what is the difference between these three parts? When it comes to prehistory, then there was no written records. Okay, there was no written records, or there was no script. When it comes to prehistory, the people had no script to read, write. Here we can give example of this prehistoric period or old stone age. It means the people of old stone age, they did not have any script to write, no written records. Then we have the proto-history, where people had some written records. Okay, people had some written records in the proto-historic period. Here we can give example of Indus Valley civilization. It have written records, but we have not decoded. हमने इन्होंने जो लिखा था वो अभी तक हम लोगों ने डिकोड नहीं किया है, मतलब डिसाइफर नहीं किया है। हमें नहीं समझ आया है कि इन्होंने अपने स्क्रिप्ट में क्या लिखा है। एंड द लास्ट इज योर हिस्ट्री, द प्रॉपर बिगिनिंग ऑफ द हिस्ट्री, जहाँ पे रिटन records were also there and we have decoded their records also. Okay, here the Vedic age is a part of this history, where we have the written records in the form of the four Vedas: Rig Veda, Atharva Veda, Sama Veda, and Yajur Veda, and also the language that they have used. We have deciphered that language. Okay. Now let us talk about the old stone age era, or the climate change, about the epoch. Epoch means the era, the period. Okay, so we had initially, we all know that we had a ice age time period. Okay, the most of the parts of the world was covered with ice, so people found it difficult from one place to another due to the extreme climatic features. But gradually what happens, gradually the temperature became normal, the earth became warmer, and people found this weather comfortable to move from one place to another. So people have started moving from one place to another, wandering from one place to another, when the temperature of the globe became warm. So during the time of Holocene epoch, epoch is also time period. It is a part of geological time scale that you will find in your geography subject. So in the Holocene epoch, the warming of the earth happens. Okay, and in the Pleistocene epoch, the most of the parts of the world was covered with ice. Now, if we talk about the old stone age or the Paleolithic age, it is divided into some different parts. So the first part is your Paleolithic. Paleo means old, lithic means stone. Okay, Paleolithic. Paleo means old and the lithic means stone. So the first age that started in the old stone age period, it was Paleolithic age. Then we have the Mesolithic age, that is the middle stone age. Then we have the Neolithic age. Okay, here people have started producing their own food. And then we have the Chalcolithic age. Chalcolithic age, people have started using metal. Okay, here in this ages, we have stone as the primary material. Here in the Chalcolithic age, people have started using metal. Okay, so paleo means old and lithic means stone. Now, if we talk about the Paleolithic age, people were mainly in this age were hunters and gatherers. You can see the peoples were mainly hunters and gatherers. They were living in a group and near the natural resources, like they were living near the rivers. They used to live in the caves. So their primary material was stone. So that is why these people were mainly hunters and gatherers, because they were not able to produce their own food. वो लोग अपने लिए खुद के लिए खाना नहीं बना सकते हैं, ठीक है? After this, Paleolithic age is divided into three phases. Like we have the lower Paleolithic phase, like we have the middle Paleolithic phase, and we have the upper Paleolithic phase. These three phases are part of your Paleolithic age, where you can see the differences. The differences in the stone tools, okay? The differences in the tools that were mainly made up of stone, okay? Now, apart from this, we have the paintings during this time, because during that time, as I said, that written records were not there. There was no script that people had to write something. They had no script. These people had one important development, that they have left for us some records of paintings. It means the people used to do some paintings on the walls of the caves or on the ceilings of the caves by using the natural colors as minerals. Okay, so we have some important paintings that belongs to the old stone age, and the evidence that we find, the most important evidence that we found about this old stone age painting is found in Madhya Pradesh in the Vindhyan range, and we call these paintings as the Bhimbedka paintings. Okay, the Bhimbedka paintings, where you can see the figures of animals, the hunting scenes of the people, and if you analyze it, then you can see that the hunting scenes were mainly dominated by red color. Okay, red color was mostly used for the hunting scenes. Now, apart from this, when we talk about the Mesolithic age, so in the Paleolithic age, people were mainly hunters and gatherers. In the Mesolithic age, apart from hunting and gathering, people will also start some activities of animal husbandry. Okay, people will start some activities of animal husbandry. It means people will start some activities to become self-sufficient. Okay, hunters, gatherers, and also now they will start domesticating the animals. So now some evidences of animal husbandry we can see in the phase of Mesolithic era. That is why this is also called as transitional phase, transitional from Paleolithic towards Neolithic, because we can see some activities of becoming self-sufficient. Then next is your Neolithic phase. So in the Neolithic phase, these people would become the food producers. Okay, so apart from hunting and gathering, these people will now start producing food. It means they will practice animal husbandry. They will also practice agriculture. Okay, they will also practice agriculture in this age. Now this is a transitional shift that we have seen some evidences in the Mesolithic phase. Now people from hunters and gatherers, now they are what? They are food producers. Okay, food producers. Now the food production we can see in the Neolithic phase. That is why this phase is called as the Neolithic revolution, because now people have come to know about the production of food. Okay, so that is why it is very important. So see, when it comes to India, the prehistoric sites that we found in India, there are many prehistoric sites we have found in India. Like the popular one, if we talk about northwest part, then it is Burjhom. Okay, Burjhom Kashmir. Then another one is your Mehergar. This Mehergar is in Pakistan. Okay, Mehergar was the first settled village of the Indian subcontinent. Presently, it is located in Balochistan, Pakistan. Burjhum in Jammu and Kashmir. And we have here some important sites like Pikli Hal and Maski. Okay, Pikli Hal and Maski are the sites of South India. नॉर्थ वेस्ट में आपको यहाँ पे नॉर्थ में जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में बुरझोम मिलेगा. हियर it is Mehergar Baluchistan. These are some of the important Neolithic sites of India. Okay, so these are some important points about the Neolithic sites. Now, when it comes to the Chalcolithic phase, so in the Chalcolithic phase, what happens here? People have started using the metal. Okay, Chalcolithic. Chalco means the use of copper. Okay, here people will be using mostly copper, and these sites we have found in the western part, especially Rajasthan. Okay, in Rajasthan we have found many sites of this Chalcolithic era. Ahar, Jorwe, Giloon, these are some of the important sites of Western India. Malua, these are some of the important sites of Chalcolithic time period in India. Okay. Megalithic culture, when it comes to megalithic culture, basically they are talking about the stone culture. And the stone culture you will find mainly in South India. Okay. When it comes to megalithic age, you have to understand that they are talking about the stone age, means stone culture. This will be the stone. It is for their cultural activities. Okay, if even anyone have died, then they used to place a stone like this. So this stone culture, megalithic, it is found in South India. Okay, so these are some of the important points about the prehistoric time period: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and your Neolithic. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. If you have any doubt in this file, then you can just directly contact us to solve this doubt. Okay, thank you very much.